More people will head outdoors as summer approaches, but a recent study by the FDA may cause sunscreen users to worry. It found sunscreen can seep into your bloodstream less than 24 hours after application. Eyewitness News reporter Savannah Louie explains.
Dan Gang never revs up his lawnmower without one important thing.
You have to put sunscreen, otherwise you're gonna get a skin damage and, skin cancer.
This Castle Hills homeowner always puts on SPF before spending time in the sun. As summer approaches, more people will do the same thing.
But could something that so many of us wear on a daily basis do more harm than help?
Health experts say maybe.
There is a little bit of absorption of anything that comes into contact with our skin, really.
The Food and Drug Administration studied 24 people using sunscreen. They found active ingredients in the user's blood less than 24 hours after application.
It surprised me. But all this time we put sunscreen on.
How harmful this may be couldn't be determined.
What we can glean from this is that we need to do further studies.
As the FDA researches the answers to big questions.
What does this absorption into the bloodstream mean? Is it significant at all?
The doctor's prescription is to play it safe.
Have some physical blocking sunscreens like zinc and titanium dioxide that are not chemical sunscreens. We can avoid the sun, stay in the shade. We have really cute ways to protect ourselves with sun protective clothing.
If you can't imagine a summer out of the sunshine, foregoing SPF is more dangerous than the alternative.
20 to 30% of the population can end up with the skin cancer one day. That's the bigger risk at this point, probably. So more information to come for sure.
Savannah Louie, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.